Hello, hello, hello. We meet again at the bar stool. You know what we're doing. We are doing another budget video. You guys really seem to like my last month's budget video, so we're back again for a round two, making this a monthly series because you guys really enjoyed it, so thank you. I also wanted to thank Truebill for sponsoring today's video, but we'll talk about them in a second. I call this a budgeting video because that's just like how I envision budgeting. I don't have strict numbers allocated for specific categories, so it's not like I have $500 a month to spend on restaurants and that's it. When I have $30 a month to spend on coffee and that's it. I really just reflect on my finances, put them into categories, see which ones I could do better on. You know, maybe I shouldn't go out to eat as much. Maybe I shouldn't buy as much coffee. Maybe I spent way too much money on whatever. So I don't have like set numbers, but I still consider this a budget because I just go into it being very, very mindful of the next month. And I just like having control of my finances. Budgeting to me is a form of self-care. I feel very in control and put together when I am in control of my finances, and that is pretty much what budgeting does for me. So I broke down my budget. Pretty much what I do is I spend about an hour really going through all of my expenses and putting them onto an Excel sheet. But I did want to introduce you to Truebill because I know that a lot of people don't have time to manually check out every single transaction, nor do a lot of people want to. I think it can be very tedious, it can be very daunting, and Truebill is here to help. It is such a good app if you want to get started in budgeting, really take control of your finances, understand like what you are spending your money on, because trust me, you need to. You just need to. Like I said, it's a form of self-care. It's a way that I feel in control. And if you are not aware of your finances, that is very, very dangerous. Truebill is an all-in-one finance app for busy people like you and me. Truebill allows you to manage your subscriptions, lower your credit card bill, and also help manage your credit and build your savings all in one place. It gives you a holistic view of your finances. So I have all of my accounts linked on Truebill so I can get a true value of what like my net worth is. I have my savings, my checking, my credit card. You can even have like your retirement funds on there. Like it really does give you a holistic view of your finances, which is so important because people forget about those things. I feel like people forget about their retirement, their stocks, all of that stuff. Why I love Truebill is that it allows me to really take control and see what I am paying for. So for example, any unwanted subscriptions. I always mention this, but whenever I'm budgeting, I like can see what I am subscribed to, and I can see like, oh, I need to unsubscribe to that. For example, Truebill will give me notifications saying, hey, you just paid a bill, or hey, this is a new bill. Are you sure that this is something that you want to subscribe to? You can also see your subscriptions all in one place. And you know what's a crazy fun fact is that the average American thinks that they spend $80 a month on subscriptions, but you want to know what they actually spend? The average American actually spends $200 a month, not $80 a month. So Truebill helps you understand where your money is going and actually helps cancel it for you. And of course, it helps you budget. Everyone needs to budget, whether you are doing it manually with an app, whatever. And you guys know how I feel about apps. Just know Truebill is actually one that I use. I pay for the premium subscription for, and I think it's very worth it because of the notifications it gives you. Like I said, it's that holistic view of your finances. If you want to try their premium subscription, which personally I highly recommend, you can start a savings account on there. There's so many other features that you can do on there. Please click on the link down below. Sign up for Truebill today. It is by far the easiest way to get rid of any like unwanted subscriptions, monitor your finances, and really get control in your finances all in one place. Thank you so much, Truebill, for sponsoring today's video. All right, let's get to the budget. Shall we get to the budget? Okay, so what I'm gonna do, because we already have a previous video, I am actually going to kind of compare the two and compare where I spent my money. Last month, I spent my money on a lot of things that I thought were very like frivolous and a little bit unnecessary, and things that I wasn't going to spend my money on every single month. For example, my hair. I had a very expensive hair appointment. I bought a very expensive coffee maker. You know, if you watched the last video, how much those were. Those charges were not here this month. So I don't think I had any really big charges like that. So I'm gonna go over and kind of take you through my transactions. And again, I am not taking you through every transaction. I feel like some people get mad. They say, this is unrealistic, you're not showing XYZ. And to be honest, I am not going to show everything. I don't feel comfortable showing everything. And also my budget, and the reason why I make these videos is not to be realistic. It's to, one, hold myself accountable to budget, and two, it's to hopefully hold you accountable to budget also, because budgeting should be fun. And I'm just gonna walk you through a few transactions that stand out to me, things that I honestly pay for on a monthly basis, any subscriptions, all of that good stuff. And yeah, let's get to it. So my highest payment, which is very exciting because this will be the last time I have to pay this. It is my mortgage. If you don't know, I bought a house in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I flipped the house, and I just went under contract, and it's selling in a few days. So that will be the last of that cost. And whenever we actually close on the house, I'll be getting a lot of this money back because we are closing in the middle of the month. So I pay $17.38 every single month for my home. That's just like goes back with the loan. And then I also have payments like power, utilities, all of that stuff for that house too. But just my loan alone is $17.38. What is that song? Every time I say it, I'm like $17.38. Okay. Anyways, another thing which I have to kind of be quiet because Keon is here. I bought him season tickets to the Heat for his birthday, and selfishly it's because I want to go to the Heat games. So it's like a selfish gift too. But I actually have to pay like $1,500 every single month for 4 months for those tickets, which is ridiculous, I know. But the reason why is because I can sell those tickets. So I'm like selling all the ones that I don't go to, and I'm actually expecting to hopefully make a profit off of it, because especially if they're good this year, the tickets will sell for a lot of money, especially towards the end. So yeah, I'm spending that much money, but I'm like hopefully making a profit on it in the end. But I have to whisper because he doesn't know that I got those for him for his birthday. Another payment that I have every single month is my car payment. I decided to lease my car, which some of you asked, do you regret leasing it? Whatever. I slightly regret leasing it. I do kind of wish I bought it, but my lease payment is $517 every single month. I have a 2-year lease on my Tesla, and then I also pay for car insurance, which is around $130 a month for car insurance, which I feel like is honestly pretty low. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's like really low. I got kind of like a low car insurance. Another big thing that I spent my money on this month, which was kind of out of budget and similar to like my hair and the coffee maker, not something I spend every month, but you know, if every month has those types of transactions, you got to be aware of it. I actually get Botox every now and then. I get it probably twice a year on my forehead, some lines right here, and then like right here. And I got like a lip flip, so my lips got like a tiny bit bigger. It's probably went away by now. That cost me $420. So that was kind of expensive. I also am traveling quite a bit this month to and from North Carolina. So I have a plane ticket that cost me $236, and then I also had another plane ticket that cost me $136. So combined, that's a lot of money. So flights have definitely been something that I spend a lot of my money on, and every month I'm like, oh, it's just one flight, it's just one flight. But every single month I'm taking a flight, so I definitely account for a big part of my budget to be travel. But because of my credit cards that I have the Chase Sapphire credit card, which I highly recommend. You guys can use my link to apply, and I think you'll get like 100,000 points or something like that, which can definitely get you a round trip somewhere, and somewhere nice. But I have my Chase credit card, which gives me points for travel, and I also have my American Airlines credit card, which also gives me points for travel. So if you guys want to sign up for the Chase one, sign up for the American Airlines one, I'll have it linked down below. But the reason why I have 2 credit cards is because I have one credit card for my business and one credit card for my personal, and I like to separate it because I have an accountant that does my books for me every month. So I just give her the credit card statement so she can see all of the transactions and do my books for me. So anytime I do anything for my business, I put it on my business credit card. And speaking of accountants, she does my books for me, and this is considered a business expense, so it is a tax write-off, but she does charge me $405 every single month. My health insurance is $255 every single month. I am self-employed, so that's always fun. This is so ridiculous. I spend about $350 a month on my dog's food. So Bambino's eating just as good as me. I literally spend $350 a month on the farmer's dog, but I highly, highly, highly recommend it. I mean, if it's gonna help him live a long, happy life, I am all here for it. So yeah, I've been spending around $350 a month on his dog food, and then an additional $50 a month on his dog insurance. Because he is technically a dog that I said I would pay for if we got him, I still have all of his expenses on my credit card, so that's why I am paying for like everything of his. I also have big business expenses, but I don't know if those are interesting because they are pretty consistent. For example, I have someone that runs my podcast Instagram, and I pay her between $800 and $900 every single month to manage my podcast Instagram. It's a pretty hefty fee, but I actually am making money on my podcast, so I consider it a business expense, and she helps me grow my podcast so I can actually make more money in the end. So I definitely recommend outsourcing if you can. I outsource everything that I am not great at. So podcast Instagram, my accountant, if I ever need a lawyer, like all of that stuff, it's being outsourced. And now let's talk about categories and compare it to the previous month. So I got my categories over here. Let's see. Overall, how much money did I spend? Okay, overall I spent more money, slightly more money this month than last month, which is really sad because last month was a high spending month for me, and I told myself I wouldn't spend that much money. So this is where I actually need to like reevaluate my life and see what the heck am I doing? Going category by category and seeing what is the big ticket item that stands out to me. Mortgage the same, power less. Groceries, I actually spent less on groceries this month. I only spent $147 on groceries this month, but I can guarantee my restaurant bill will make up for it. I spent actually less money on restaurants this month by only $30, so I definitely want to lower that. I spent $507 on restaurants this month, which is something I want to lower to around $300. I think if I spent $300 a month on restaurants, I would be very happy. So that's my goal for next month. Cut that thing in half. Coffee, I spent $43 this month on coffee compared to $82 last month on coffee. Alcohol, I spent way less money on alcohol because you know, if you watched that last video, I had friends come over. Last month I spent $173 on alcohol. This month I spent $34 on alcohol. So I am not that big of a drinker. What else? Manicure, pedicure around this, honest, like a little more. Let's see. Workout, health insurance, Bambino. This month, for some reason, I actually need to look back on this. I spent $441 on Bambino this month, and I'm like trying to do the math. Where is this adding up from? Is it just those 3 transactions? Am I doing my math wrong? Okay, yeah, I spent $444. Oh, because I took him on a vet. So Bambino had a vet appointment, so that's why it got even more expensive. That makes sense. So $441 on little baby Bambino. Getting a dog is expensive. This is why even like sharing these numbers, it's just to show you like dogs are literally just little humans. Like they can be so expensive. Parking. So I remember in my last video, I mentioned that parking was really expensive in Miami, which it is. But last month, I also had friends. I was driving way more than I was this month. And last month, I had spent $96 on parking, whereas this month, I had spent $46 on parking. So that's actually really good. As for travel, I spent $442 this month on travel versus $82 last month on travel. So this month was definitely a high month with my plane tickets, in-flight Wi-Fi, all of that good stuff. So definitely spent more this month. And on Ubers and Lyfts, I also spent a lot more this month. I'm trying to think why, and I honestly don't know. Maybe it's like to and from the airport I'm spending a lot of money. This month, I spent $200 on Uber and Lyft, which is honestly something that I need to look into because I don't understand why I spent that much money this month on it. Compared to last month, I only spent $84 on Uber and Lyft. So yikes, that's something to take into account. I have been going shopping a lot more lately, which I need to slow down, but I'm like kind of reinventing my style. Follow me on Instagram to see what I'm talking about. But last month I spent $519 on clothes, and this month I spent $628 on clothes, which is just not cool. It's just not, that's not it. So next month I am not going to spend more than $200 on clothes, if that. I do not need to go shopping. So $200, I am not spending any more. Trust me on that one. I'm holding myself to that. The reason why this credit card bill was also a little bit more expensive is because those season tickets were on this credit card, not on the last one. So that is also why it was a little bit more expensive. But the rest of it seems pretty normal. The rest of my business expenses are pretty on track, pretty normal. Everything else seems pretty normal, but that is why I spent more this month than last month. I am going to want to cut my bill down by this month. I'm not going to give an exact number of how much I spent, but I am going to try to cut my bill down by 25%. So I will let you know if I hit that goal next month, if I can cut it by 25%, but I have a good feeling about it. I don't have any friends visiting me in October. I am not really traveling much in October, so I actually think that I will be able to hit that goal. Awesome. So I love doing these videos for you. It holds me accountable. I hope it holds you accountable. Thank you so much, Truebill, for sponsoring today's video. I definitely need you to check out the link in my bio because you will not regret it, and it's going to give you such a holistic view of your finances, which I think we all need. And again, like I said, budgeting, knowing your finances, that is a form of self-care that I encourage all of you to indulge in. So thank you so much, Truebill, for sponsoring today's video. Thank you for watching. If you guys like this video, let me know. I'm going to keep doing these videos, so subscribe to stay tuned. And also let me know something that's shocking about your budget, any budgeting tips you have, anything that you want to hold yourself accountable to, leave it in the comments. I'm super curious, what's everyone's like restaurant budget? Please comment that. I think mine is really high. I'm really trying to get it to $300. So can you, if you're budgeting, how much do you spend a month on going out to eat? Because mine is too high. It's too high. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Again, this is only a video to hold me accountable, to make sure that I am, setting goals for myself and understanding my finances. It's also not a means to just try to relate to you. It's really just accountability at this point. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video, and I love you guys. Bye.